So good morning students. My name is Dinesh. So today I am going to discuss about a concept of that is projection on an inclined plane. Okay. So we are going to discuss mainly about the projection on an inclined plane here. So projection on an inclined plane. Projection on inclined plane. So projection on an inclined plane here generally, so we are having two cases. One is nothing but one is the projection up the inclined plane and other one is the projection down the inclined plane. Okay, so here projection up the inclined plane, so and other one is the projection down the inclined plane. Other one is the projection down the inclined plane. Okay. So now let us see here. So what are the factors that are affecting here? So let me assume there is an inclined plane here. Let me assume there is an inclined plane. So here it is making an angle of theta. This inclined plane it is inclined at an angle of theta here. So now there is a body. There is a body at the foot of this particular point here. It has been projected with some particular initial velocity of u here. It has been projected with some particular initial velocity of u. So when the body is projected here, so this body will be traveling like this and it will be reaching at this particular point here. Okay. So this angle I am taking as an alpha. This angle I am taking as a alpha. Okay. So we know here generally. So whenever if a body has been projected with some particular angle of alpha here. So first of all, you resolve into two components. Okay. So here, what is the component which is along the inclined plane here? Along the inclined plane, that is u cos alpha, and perpendicular to inclined plane. So we are getting this as a u sin of alpha. So along the inclined plane, so we are getting this as a u cos alpha here, and perpendicular to the inclined plane, so we are getting this as a u sin of alpha. Okay. So now here, so mainly in this session, so we are going to discuss about the three main factors. One is maximum height, and other one is the time of flight, and finally, so we are going to discuss about range. Okay. So first of all, time of flight. Okay. So what do you mean by time of flight here generally? So in kinematics also you have learned. So time of flight is nothing but that is a summation of a time of ascent and time of descent. Basic definition is nothing but time of flight is defined as the time taken by the body to remain in air. So here I want to find the time of flight, so the time taken by the body to move from here to here. Okay, so here two main important points you have to remember. So here gravity will be acting in a downward direction. This is g will be acting in a downward. So if this angle is theta, so what about this angle now? This angle also will be equal to theta here. Now if you resolve this particular g into two components, so here this component I am getting this as a g cos theta, and another component I am getting this as a g sin theta. Now you see very clearly, so this g cos theta is retarding this u sin alpha, and this g sin theta is retarding this u cos of alpha. Okay. So g cos theta is downward for this u sin alpha, and g sin theta is opposite to this particular u cos of alpha. Okay. So now here, how to find the time of flight here? Time of flight means we can remember, so according to basic definition, the time taken by the body to remain in air when the body has been projected. Okay, when the body has been projected. So we have to consider the motion under the y-axis when we are discussing about the time of flight. Okay. So when we are discussing about the y-axis here, so time of flight, so generally we know, first of all, v sub x of y is equal to u sub x of y plus a into t here, a sub x of y into t. For only upward motion I am calculating first of all. Okay. So now, what is the value of v sub x of y here? When a body has been projected at the highest point, at a peak point, which velocity is becoming zero? Which velocity is becoming zero? That is the v sub x of y, the final velocity of a body at a peak point in a vertical motion. It will become what? It will become zero. So this zero will be equal to the. So what is the initial vertical component here? Initial vertical component will be nothing, that is the u sine of alpha. U sine of alpha. So for this u sine alpha, this g cos theta is accelerating or retarding. This g cos theta is supporting or it is retarding. This g cos theta is not supporting, here it is retarding. So this I can take it as a minus of g cos theta followed by time of ascent. So I can write down. So 0 is equal to that is the u sine theta minus of g sine theta into t sub x of a. So here what is the value of t sub x of a you are getting here? The value of t sub x of a will be nothing but that is a u sine, I'm sorry. So t sub x of a will be nothing but that is u sine of alpha divided by g sine theta. This is the value of time of ascent. So as we know here in kinematics also in your earlier classes you have learnt. So time of ascent and time of descent both are equal. So time of ascent here it is u sine of alpha divided by g sine theta. So then what is the value of time of descent you are getting here? The value of time of descent I am getting this under t sub x of d will be nothing but the u sine of alpha divided by g sine theta. Okay students, so we got the value of time of ascent and we got the value of time of descent here. Okay, you got the value of time of ascent and you got the value of time of descent. So then what is the value of time of flight? Time of flight. So time of flight is nothing but the summation of time of ascent plus time of descent here. So here it's a double of it. So what happens is that the 2u sine alpha, 2u sine alpha divided by g cos theta. Okay, that the time of flight will be nothing but that the 2u sine alpha divided by g cos theta. Okay, this is what we have got is that the time of flight. Okay, so next after time of flight here, so we need to find out so what is the value of the maximum height. So what is the value of maximum height? Okay, maximum height. Maximum height is also related to the horizontal motion or vertical motion here. It is also related for the vertical motion. Okay, so how to get on the expression for the maximum height here? So we know the only formula related between the final velocity, initial velocity, acceleration and displacement will be nothing but that is v square minus of u square is equal to 2as, but already I told maximum height it comes under the case of the vertical motion and horizontal motion. Here conformly it comes under the case of the vertical motion. So here I can take v sub x of y square minus of u sub x of y square is equal to 2 into a sub x of y into s. But students, already I told. So what is the value of the final velocity at a peak point? The value of the final velocity at a peak point, so it will become what? It will become 0. So 0 minus of what is the value of initial velocity, initial vertical velocity, that is the u sine theta. That is u sine theta. So 0 minus of u sine theta whole square minus of u square sine square theta will be nothing but what? It will be equal to the, so 2 times of, so here what is the value of the last I should take, that is the u sine of alpha. So 0 minus of u square sine square alpha, it must be equal to the 2 times of what is the value of acceleration along the y direction. This is along the x, this is along the y. So here what I am getting here, that is the g cos theta, but here it is supporting also, here it is opposing, here opposing, followed by the s means I can take over this as a maximum height. Okay, from this relation we are getting minus of u square sine square alpha, it must be equal to the minus of 2g cos theta followed by the h max, followed by the h max. From this relation, minus and minus will be getting cancelled. So what is the value of the maximum height you are getting here? The value of maximum height you are getting this as a u square sine square alpha, u square sine square alpha divided by the 2g cos theta. So maximum height is equal to what is the value I am getting here? H maximum is equal to that the u square sine square alpha, u square sine square alpha divided by 2g cos theta. So till now what we got, what and all we got here? So we got the expression for the time of flight. How we have calculated? So first of all we have calculated time of ascent here, and again we know time of ascent and time of descent both are same. So from then we will be getting the value of time of flight. So after getting the value of the time of flight here, next we have calculated what? Next we have calculated the maximum height. And next one, so we need to find out, so what is the value, what is the expression for the range? What is the expression for the range? So what do you mean by range? Already in kinematics also, so you have learnt. So what do you mean by range? Means range is the maximum horizontal distance travelled by the body. So range is the maximum horizontal distance travelled by the body. So from in this case, body is starting at this particular point and body is reaching at this particular point here. So from here to here, the distance travelled by the body is nothing but what? That is the range. That is the range. Okay. So next case, so we need to find out, so what is the value of range here now? Okay now? What is the value of range for this particular expression? So we know range is equal to actually some what the basic formula. Range is equal to that is u sub x of x into t plus half into a sub x of x into t square. Half into a sub x of x into t square. So we know actually, so what the basic formula for the time of flight we got here, that the t is equal to the 2u sin alpha, 2u sin alpha divided by g cos theta. So t is equal to the 2u sin alpha divided by g cos theta. So u sub x of x, in the sense what is the component of velocity along the x axis here? So I can take this as a u cos of alpha into, so what is the time here? That is a 2u sin alpha, 2u sin alpha divided by g cos theta plus half into, so what is the value of acceleration which is trying to oppose, which is trying to retard the motion of the body along the x axis here? That is the g sin theta. So minus of g sin theta, what does minus stands for? As the body and the acceleration is retarding the particular velocity here. So that is the main reason I have taken this as a minus. So minus of g sin theta into t square. T square. So what will be getting here? The 4u square sin square alpha divided by g square cos square theta. Okay now? This is the value of range. Once again I am writing here. So here u into u. So what will be getting here? That the u square. Okay. So here this 2 and this 4. So here it will be cancelled over here, that the 2 times. So u into u, that is the u square here. R value will be nothing but, so u into u, that is the u square followed by the 2 sin alpha cos alpha, means that is the sin 2 alpha divided by g cos theta. So here minus, so here again this g and this g will be getting cancelled over here, that the g cos square theta, g cos square theta. So followed by the, so here what will be getting here, that the 2u square sin square alpha followed by the sin theta, sin square alpha followed by the sin theta. So this is the general expression for the range. So now let us simplify very clearly. So this value of r, I can write this as a, so here g cos theta is there, so here g cos square theta is there. So I can take LCM as what? I can take LCM as a g cos square theta. I can take LCM as a g cos square theta. So here u square sin 2 alpha is there here. u square sine 2 alpha followed by, so here cos theta will be there, minus, so what you are getting here, that is 2u square sine square alpha sine theta minus 2u square sine square alpha followed by the sine theta, okay. So here I can write down here u square I am taking as a common here, u square I can take it as a common, okay. So u square I can take it as a common here, so that is divided by the g cos square theta followed by the, so here sin 2 alpha cos theta is there here, sin 2 alpha cos theta minus, so here already I have taken u square as a common, here already I have taken u square as a common here. If you have taken u square as a common, first of all you tell me, so how can I write 2 sin square alpha? 2 sin square alpha can be written as 1 minus of a cos 2 alpha divided by 2. Okay now? So here u square I have taken as a common here. In place of 2 sin square alpha, I can take it as a 1 minus of a cos 2 alpha. Sorry, 1 minus of a cos 2 alpha. That's the value of 2 sin square alpha here. So here followed by the, so here this is the sin theta. So here this is the sin theta here. So here overall if you see, this value of r will be nothing but the u square divided by g cos square theta followed by the sin 2 alpha cos theta, sin 2 alpha cos theta minus sin theta minus sin theta. So minus of minus already what we have to take down here, we have to take it as a plus followed by the sin theta cos 2 alpha, sin theta cos 2 alpha. We know here sin 2 alpha cos theta, so plus sin theta cos 2 alpha, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b can be written as a sin of a plus b here. So that's the main reason I can write r value will be nothing but the u square divided by the g cos square theta followed by the, so here sin of 2 alpha plus theta minus of sin theta. So this is the value of what? This is the value of the range. So till now, so what and also we have discussed here. So we have discussed about what is the maximum height, what is the time of flight. So how to get down the value of a time of flight here already I have told. So and basic derivation of the particular range. Okay now? So thank you students.